Let's start off with an interesting fact about bats. Did you know that bats can't see very well? They have pretty terrible eyesight, actually. Now, this isn't true for all species of bats, but it is true for most. And their poor eyesight is more than made up for by another incredible sense: their hearing. Bats use their acute hearing to navigate in the dark and find food using a technique called echolocation. Echolocation is a biological sonar. It allows bats to emit high-frequency sounds that bounce back off objects in their environment, giving them detailed information about their surroundings. Now, these echoes are so precise that bats can measure the size, shape, texture, and even temperature of an object just by emitting a sound and listening to the echo. This allows them to navigate in complete darkness and find insects in the air or on the ground. And because different surfaces reflect sound differently, they can tell exactly what's around them without even touching anything. So how does echolocation work? Well, it starts with the bat emitting a sound, usually in the form of a chirp or a click. And these sounds are way higher in pitch than what humans can hear, so we can't hear the sound that the bat is making. Once the sound leaves the bat's mouth, it travels through the air like a wave until it hits an object. When the sound hits an object, some's absorbed, some's reflected, and some passes through the object. The reflected sound bounces back to the bat's highly sensitive ears, and from the echo, the bat can tell exactly what's out there. But why do bats use echolocation instead of just using their eyes to see? Well, it's simple. Their eyes aren't very good in low light conditions. In fact, most bats are nocturnal, and most nocturnal animals have poor eyesight. But bats needed a way to find food in the dark, so they evolved echolocation. Now you may be wondering, how fast is the echolocation? How quickly can a bat emit a sound and then receive the echo? Well, some species of bats can do it in less than 10 milliseconds. That's faster than the blink of an eye. This allows them to react quickly to changes in their environment and make quick decisions when it comes to finding food or avoiding predators. And the cool thing about echolocation is that every animal that uses it has its own unique signature. Some animals, like dolphins, use a series of clicks to map out their surroundings. Other animals, like oilbirds, use a more continuous stream of sound. And of course, bats have their own unique signature as well. In fact, scientists can identify individual bats by their echo signatures alone. But unfortunately, not all bats are safe from human activity. In recent years, many bat species have been affected by human-related activities such as habitat destruction and climate change. In fact, 1/3 of all bat species are currently threatened with extinction. So it's important that we learn about bats and the crucial role that they play in our ecosystem. For example, bats are a major consumer of insects, and some species can eat their weight in insects every year. This helps to control insect populations and reduce the need for pesticides. Bats also pollinate plants as they fly from flower to flower. In fact, some of the chocolate that we eat today would not exist if it wasn't for bats. So the next time you hear a bat chirping in the night, take a moment to appreciate the incredible animal that it is. Its ability to navigate in the dark and find food using echolocation is truly amazing. Who knows? Maybe one day we'll be able to use echolocation ourselves to explore the world in a whole new way. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. And as always, thank you for watching.